It's the Raw Rundown. It's the Raw Rundown. Hey, it's the Raw Rundown. Hey, it's the Raw Rundown. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up? Happy Tuesday to you all. It is Tuesday, January 10th, 2023. This is another episode of the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network YouTube channel. And as well, we're live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Around the Point. If you are new to the YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. If you're on Twitch, please hit the follow button. It does help out the channel and all that fun stuff in the long run. It does help out. I'm just doing something here real quick, a little quick adjustment. This is a big must if I may say so myself, and this is a big must that we must do this because you just never know who pops up in here, right? You just never know who the fuck pops up in here, and there we go. It's in subscriber mode now. So yeah, none of the silly business, if you will. What's going on, everyone? Hope all of you had a wonderful. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having an awesome day. No matter whatever the fuck you're at right now, whether you're at work, lunch hour, whatever the fuck it is. What's going on, everyone? I am the gambling degenerate himself. I am Steve. What's up, y'all? What's up? And I'm here joined by the good brother himself, Mr. 9 and 8, the one, the only, the pride of Detroit, Big Mike. What's going on, bro? How you
Yo,
been?
what's going on, man? Nothing much at all. Having a decent day. Can't wait to talk about Raw. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth at all. But yeah, can't wait to talk wrestling.
Get out! What the hell? You ready to talk about Monday Night Raw, bro?
I guess I
Is
don't
this
know.
is this life right now? Is this life?
I mean, it's life again.
It's life again. It's basically life again. Yeah, I feel that, man. I really, really do. But again, guys, if you're new to everything right now, please hit the subscribe button on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, hit the follow button on Twitch, twitch.tv/around the point. We got Safet in the chat. What's up? Big Mike letting everyone know
So
we'll be
fun.
live shortly. I love that photo, man. That photo looks fucking badass, bro.
Yeah.
I just want to
Shout out
point
to
that
the
out.
AI technology.
Indeed. Shout out to the AI technology, bro. So I'm gonna be honest, man. I watched Raw. I had it on the background. I had it
Me
on the
too.
background.
And I was on
Now,
a lot. And I was on a watch along.
I know you were. You were over there with our brothers over at True Heel Heat. Shout out to them. Go check them out as well. Um, and not because and here's the thing about it, right? I had it in the background. I didn't tweet throughout the show, not because I didn't want to. I was busy editing the audio version of Steve's Kitchen from yesterday, which is available as well on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you want to give that a listen, it's in the audio format as well. Please, if you're on there too, give us the 5-star rating. It does help out the channel and all that stuff in the long run. It does help it out. But I hope all of you, um, again, just give that a listen. Myself, Caden, Big Mike, we were live, man. We were doing the damn thing on Steve's Kitchen. We talked about Mercedes Monet. We talked about um, Vince McMahon and the sale, potential buyers for WWE. We even went through, let me just correct myself here, the Impact Wrestling's Hard to Kill pay-per-view card that's going to be going down this Friday. Even Mike found out who is Action Mike Jackson, which is hilarious of all fucking things, right? So there is that also. So again, go give that a listen. The audio format is it's on the feed. It's on the feed. It does again help out the show in the fucking long run. So I was busy editing all that. I really wasn't paying attention much to Monday Night Raw. But guys, let me know in the chat your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. Did you enjoy it or not? Let me know. Big Mike, I'll ask you, man. Now that you're back, what was your thoughts overall on Monday Night Raw?
Uh, Monday
Li-
Night Raw was
I I think it
eh.
was live from Alabama, right?
Yeah, they were in Alabama. Yep.
They were in
I
Conrad's
don't know if it was
hometown. Okay.
Mobile or any other city, but
Yeah.
it was live from Alabama. Crowd was decent, but other than that, outside of watching a national championship, I think it was okay from what I saw. If I was to watch the full show again, I would think it would be below average show with some decent points.
Fair, fair. I mean, for me, for what I saw, there's people that said, I don't know, like it felt like Vince was really back in the office. Vince was back in the gorilla, going through the show. So they said. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I thought the show honestly was, not gonna blow your hair back, not gonna make you go crazy or anything like that.
Mm,
But I thought for what they did, here, we're off to the races here. We're on the road to the
mm,
Royal Rumble, if
mm,
that makes any sense. Um, and the main event surprised me. I
mm.
didn't think they would end the show with the fucking turmoil match, which we got tonight, which we got as the fucking main event. I ordered the graphic for that. Here it is. This was your main event. It was a winner earns a opportunity at
Winner earns Raw tag team. Excuse me. Raw winner wins Raw tag team championship opportunity.
So what they're saying is that they're gonna split the tag titles, huh?
It looks like it. I mean, it looks like that they're teasing the Usos finally losing one of their belts.
That's what it feels like, right? I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
I mean, you just make one set of tag titles. You don't. Both brands don't need tag titles. That's just me, of course.
Right. I'm on the same field with you.
Both teams I feel like don't need tag titles. But you had Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, the Good Brothers, the Street Profits, um, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, and the Alpha Academy, all in the main event. All in the main event. And I could not believe that the Judgment Day ran the gauntlet. I could not
Mm-hmm.
believe it. Could not fucking believe it. But we'll get into that in a little bit. We'll get into that. All right. But again, guys, give us in the chat. Give us your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. Did you like the show or not? What you look forward to and all that fun stuff. And then again, at the end of this whole thing, we'll give what we normally do, the grade average and all that fun stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
the show kicked off with Kevin Owens. As you guys may know, Kevin Owens is challenging Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble for the undisputed Universal Championship, our tribal chief. And he comes out and he gets interrupted by JBL. And JBL called him a millennial, his typical bullshit, his typical, JBL self.
Mm-hmm.
And he referenced that the last person to beat Roman Reigns was Baron Corbin, which felt like a long time ago.
I think it was a long time ago.
So his chances, so he's like, Kevin Owens' chances really weren't up to par. There's no chance that he can beat Roman Reigns, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
no chance. And they bring out Baron Corbin, and I love Owens' reaction to this, which was basically this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Which was basically every TCU fan yesterday, as
Right.
as they were getting fucking demolished, as they were getting destroyed by Georgia, man, as they were getting fucking just demolished by fucking Georgia. Holy shit, man. You just love to fucking see it, man.
Fuck!
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people tried to use this picture of. They said that they saw Kevin Owens do that at a house show, and it was like, oh, he's miserable. He's gonna leave WWE, and they're kind of doing the same things here. But he's just a really good actor.
He's a really good
He's
actor.
a good showman. He's a good showman.
Oh, yes, he is. Absolutely. It's a hell of a show, man. I can't even. Oh, there it is. That's the one.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That's the one I wanted to use. I keep forgetting where it's located. I keep forgetting. But by the way, guys, let me know in the chat how my audio is coming off. I did some adjustment to the microphone. I just want to know how I'm coming off. That's all. I just need to know in the chat. Let me know how I'm coming off with the audio. I know we're 10 minutes in. Holy shit, right? I'm asking this question right now. Kind of ridiculous,
Right.
I know. So we get Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin going at it one-on-one, and Kevin Owens won. Basically went with a stunner. And after this, the bloodline comes out. The Usos and Solo Sikoa, they come out. They try to attack Kevin Owens. They try to beat him up, right? It looks like they had that momentum, right? Like Kevin Owens had it. He was holding it down for what it was worth. He was holding it down, right? And then out came Solo Sikoa, the enforcer, right? And they have the advantage, right? And Kevin Owens, to recover, uses Mike Rome's shoe. Uses his shoe, which I thought was funny as hell.
Yeah.
The steel chair. So he gets his momentum back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he clears the ring. He clears the Usos and Solo Sikoa. After this, Adam Pearce comes out and he's like, he wants them all to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you're giving Owen some momentum because, again, it made sense that he won. It made a lot of sense. He needed to win the match against Baron Corbin. Come on. He's fucking Baron Corbin. What the fuck is he doing right now? What the modern day wrestling god? the modern day wrestling god.
How do you feel with JBL being with Baron Corbin?
I don't hate it. I get, hey, he needs a heater, right?
Yeah.
And Baron Corbin, remember, he was broke Corbin, then he became rich.
Mm-hmm. He was broke Corbin, then he was happy Corbin.
Yeah, so I feel like in a way, this is that next chapter in all that. Someone that has money too, right? Remember JBL, the wrestling god, WWE champion. Say what you want, it's a Hall of Famer. As his heater, despite how he acts on television, it's still a heater, still a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Honestly, how I feel about it, I mean, I'm fine with him being with Baron Corbin, but it just needs to go somewhere.
I agree.
If he's just with him just to be with him and just to give him easy heel heat, then that's just going to be boring.
No, I agree.
They need to if they put JBL with Baron Corbin, he almost needs to step in his footsteps when he became the character back in 2003.
Oh, I agree 100%, 100% with that.
Now, I wouldn't go full on like give him the WWE Championship down the line, but just give him just give him something. Not just to have JBL with him just to lose. So you just wandering JBL out there just cause.
I feel you on that 100%. But eventually, yeah, this needs to go somewhere. Whether it's the U.S. title, the Intercontinental title, he needs give me something. Give me fucking something. To give a shit. That's all I'm asking for. Baron Corbin,
Pretty
say
much.
what you want about him. I know a lot of people frown on the guy, but the guy's a good worker. When he does that deep six on people, on the small guys, it looks fucking amazing.
I mean, the deep six is fine. I mean, I'm over with the allure of the move. I mean, I know it's a great move, but just give him something.
Yeah, just give
me a reason for him and JBL to be on my TV.
Yeah, for real, dude. Give me a reason, dude. Give me a fucking reason. That's all I'm asking for. I'll say this, dude. I miss his old theme song, dude. End of Days. I miss that theme song. I fucking miss it. For what it's worth. I know this has nothing to do with it, but hey, I'm just being honest about it. But yeah, let's move on from that. From there, we go to Alexa Bliss, man. Alexa fucking Bliss, man. Let me tell you, man. Alexa Bliss comes out and she had to explain her actions. Look how beautiful she looks, man. She looks beautiful, man. Look at that.
She cut a really good promo.
She did.
I like the way that how she walked into the camera frame, or how the camera frame caught her walking into doing her promo. I thought it was really good.
She jumped on the table. She
Hmm.
explained how she's in control. She's the new face of evil.
Hmm.
I think that's what she called herself, right? The face of evil,
Hmm.
right? The most evil woman, face of evil, whatever the fuck it was. She referenced she had the world in her hands, right? Like Bray
Hmm.
Wyatt back in the day. She's in charge of the women's division. She feels great again. She feels amazing, right? Her
Hmm.
confidence is back. And then in the Titantron, they played clips from old Alexa Bliss, where she was, part of the Wyatt, when she was the Fiend, I guess.
Part of the yeah, when she was a part of the Firefly Funhouse gimmick
Yes,
area.
yes, and then they had Uncle Howdy come out
Yeah,
and talked about, oh, you think you're in control, this and
AKA
that.
Bo Dallas.
Yeah, look at that.
100% confirmed Bo Dallas.
Yes, 100% confirmed. Thank you, Sean Ross App. But you look again. That's what we got. So what I know is, my God, Uncle Howdy is available for both brands whenever he wants, Raw and Smack, and I'm fine with that because there's a connection, right? There's Bray Wyatt and there's Alexa Bliss. I'm fine with that, right? And I think what we're gonna get at the Royal Rumble is Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
True.
You know. But what you think, Mike, overall in the segment?
The segment was good. Like I said before, she cut a good promo. Basically all of the sentiments that she said. You know, she's the face of evil.
Hey, Dolores.
Hey, what's going on, Dolores? She's the face of
She's
evil.
happy. She's happy. Georgia won.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. She should have made her profile pick the back-to-back champs. Back-to-back champs. Well deserved.
They were my parlay yesterday, but whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, all the sentiments that she explained, it was believable. She cut a really good promo. She was believable in her promo. It also shows that how tiny she is as well as a person.
Oh, come on,
she's
Mike.
very she's very
She
tiny.
is. She is. And that's
Um,
fine.
but and then Uncle Howdy comes on. I'm like, okay, I like Uncle Howdy, but
Here comes the butt.
this is just going on too long without something happening. You
I
know,
agree.
like Uncle Howdy needs, I guess, needs a match, or there needs to be an underlining thing where I guess he exposes his face. I don't know if they ever want to do that.
I don't know, man. I feel like
Like it
with
should be
this,
two sides to Uncle Howdy.
I think so, and I agree. I feel like with this Uncle Howdy thing, yes, there's something has to happen. You got to give me something.
Yeah.
All right. I know it's these many faces of Bray Wyatt, whatever the fuck it is, right? But you got to give me something. Bray's been there since when? Since July, I think it
20.
was.
Since
He
its return.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Money in the Bank. When was Money in the Bank? July, right? Or August?
I think it was August.
October. No, wait. I'm talking on my ass right now. It was Extreme Rules, right? Was it Extreme Rules? Yeah, it was Extreme Rules, right?
Hold on, let's see.
Someone check that for me, please. Someone check that for me. But something needs to give. 100%. Something needs to fucking give. Uncle Howdy's more than just Bo, from what I'm hearing too. It could be anybody. It could be fucking anyone. But there was that. I mean, again, I enjoyed it.
Well, he returned to SmackDown in October.
Extreme Rule had to be Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
It had to be Extreme Rules. So from there,
Yeah.
from there, we move on to some women's action, man. So some fucking women's action. We get Bailey versus Michin.
Yeah, it was Extreme Rules
Yeah, so we had
when they were in Philly.
we had Bailey versus Michin, man.
She was Meechin this week.
Meet you later. As Chase said on around the point. I thought the match was okay. Nothing to go crazy about here. You knew Bailey was winning.
100%.
She needed to win. Even though, she's coming off that win off of Becky Lynch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last week on Monday Night Raw?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to just continue that momentum.
Right.
And I feel like Chin is, she's no longer part of the, the OC. I feel like she's on her own now.
Right.
Do you get that vibe, man? Do you get the vibe that she's on her own?
Sorta. I mean, they probably want to make her a small focal point since AJ Styles isn't there, which is kind of funny because you got the welcome back wagon coming back this show as well. Welcome back to the States. Lose to a roll up. We'll get to that shortly though.
We'll get to that shortly.
But yeah, I mean, they're probably gonna make her a focal point till AJ comes back, and then hopefully it doesn't really die down, because if you bring these people back and it just dies down, it's just gonna look crazy. You don't have that many women or tag teams to be underbooking somebody or not even putting them on television.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. But I'm happy that Bailey got a win, continue that momentum. For Michin, though, yeah, man, something's got to give with her. So there's that. From there, we move on to Seth Rollins and Austin Theory. They had their segment. Now, there was a lot of speculation, Mike. A lot of speculation on Seth Rollins regarding his knee. If you remember, last week on Monday Night Raw during the U.S. title match, Rollins was limping.
Mm-hmm.
He came out in crutches. He did a little
he
dance.
He had us all scared before. He tweeted rebuild, redesign, reclaim, and they threw up the X, and everybody was on Twitter like, "Oh, please, this is the last thing we need." And he comes out on Raw.
That could be
crutches. Yeah, he comes out on Raw with crutches, and then he tosses one to the side, and he dances, and he plays air guitar and stuff like that. So he fooled us all.
Fooled everyone. I mean, I think he's still hurt though. I think he's still injured in some capacity. I'm not saying he's 100% by no means at all, because you think about it, right? He didn't get attacked or anything.
No, but I don't think the segment needs an attacking every talking segment with them.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised though. I mean, it's theory. It's theory, So they go back and forth. It looks like Ron's going to enter the Royal Rumble, right? He's going to enter the Royal Rumble, and I guess so is Theory.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna, that's something to mix in there, right? And then after this, when it's all said and done, Ron leaves the ring, and then out came Bobby Lashley. Out came it was the return of the almighty Bobby Lashley, the return. And he literally got in the ring. He passes Rollins. And he attacks Austin Theory. Remember, if I remember correctly, Theory beat Bobby Lashley for the title.
Yep. And he shortly got suspended after.
Yes, he got suspended after. And he announced back that he's entering the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
So
which is good. I'm happy that Bobby's back.
And there's talks of him becoming a heel. There's talks of bringing back the Hurt Business, which was funny because backstage, him and MVP had a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all we know. That's all the people remember.
Yeah, they squashed their beef. They fist bumped. And it would have been fine if Shelton and it would have been cool if Shelton and Cedric Alexander had a good showing in the gauntlet match, which we'll get to shortly. But to make that claim a little bit more valid, but it's probably even more valid because he put the Hogan colors to the wayside, and he's back in the old Hurt Business black and gold.
Yes. Now, early in the show, I talked about the bloodline, right? Adam Pearce, because they invaded the show, he booked Solo Sikoa in a match. Booked him in a match. However, the Usos were banned from the building.
Mm-hmm.
So we had Dolph. So we had Solo Sikoa versus Dolph fucking Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Which was match of the night until the main event.
yeah, it was. You know, again, with Dolph Ziggler at this point, you know you're gonna get a good match out of him.
Right.
At this point, Ziggler's at a point in his career where he's just there for the paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
He's there to put over young talent, make them look like $1 million. Solo Sikoa already looks like a badass already as it is.
Right.
So there's nothing more you can do. But Ziggler got him a good match. Not saying that he carried him to a good match, but he got a good match out of him.
Mm-hmm.
There are moments in the match where Ziggler had, they made you think, oh, Ziggler's going to beat him. And no, did no avail. And it was all said and done. The Samoan spike, and it was 1, 2, 3, and it was over.
Mm-hmm.
So Sikoa wins, and then out came the bloodline through the crowd, and, there was that.
Yep.
What's going on, Spaz Phoenix? What's going on, brother?
What's up, Spaz Phoenix?
So there was that. There was that, man. I mean, your take, man. Your take on all this, bro. Like, chat me up.
I mean, the match was fine. Like I said, it was match of the night before, the main event. I think we're gonna have to have some discussions on the Raw security team when the Bloodline and the Usos show up when they're not supposed to and giving strict orders. I wonder if they're going to talk about that next week, because if not, Adam Pearce needs to be fired, and I hope it's William Regal to do it.
Well, remember, he can't pop up on TV.
I know, but it needs to be a year long-term booking. He needs to make every bad decision for that man to come out eventually a year later.
Imagine. War Games! And a year later, War Games.
You made every bad decision, so I had to come back.
Yes. We also get a update on our boy Cody. Cody Rhodes, the road coaster, man. I've been enjoying these videos, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've been enjoying these fucking videos. You okay, Mike?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, cause you got oh shit. Someone texted him, hey, Big Mike. Anyway, you good? Okay. So Cody Rhodes, they're doing these update videos on him, on what's going on and all that stuff. What's going on, Silver Surfer? What's going on, brother? Happy New Year to you. Hope everything's well with you, brother. Hope everything's well with you. So Cody Rhodes, they're doing these update videos on him, right? They're doing these like update videos on him, right? From his recovery, his surgery, everything that he's gone through, right? And I'm enjoying this because you know where this is going. You know that, hey, yo, man, he's going to pop up in the Royal Rumble. He's going to probably show up at, here's the thing, I would say 30, but that's kind of predictable. I'll put him like in number 20 something or in the early teens. I'll put him in to get that shit going. But you know for a fact where this is going. There's going to be an update next week, and I'm pretty sure by next week's time we'll find out he's going to enter the Royal Rumble. But Big Mike, let me know your thoughts, man, on the road coaster video that you've been seeing this far on Monday Night Raw.
Man, I've been enjoying them. We all know, like you said, where this is heading, but I've been enjoying it, especially the one this past Monday, because when was the last time we seen a video like this where they showed a big star getting surgery and building up that story about how he's going to make his recovery to come back and dominate?
Well,
Has to
if I
been
remember,
since John Cena.
Triple H, 2002, man. It's a beautiful day.
That too. That's probably one of the best ones. Both of his were good in 2002 and in 07.
Yes.
The 07 one I like the most because I ordered. I said this on True Heat channel and and got made fun of by SP3 because he hates Triple H and I love Triple H. So
Listen, listen to SB3. He's our boy, but he should know, man. We have him as a guest. We got Paul, man. I don't know. Paul's not gonna like that, man.
yeah. I love Triple H. So I ordered SummerSlam 2007
One of
because
our one
of
of
that.
listen, man, Paul's one of our premier guests on Around the Point.
Yes, he is.
Paul and Tony. We get Paul and Tony.
Tony.
Look at that, man. Who would have thunk it, man? Who would have thunk it, man? Seriously. But anyway, I like where this is going. Aren't you supposed to be at work? I was at work earlier, brother. Where you been? Where have you been, man? Where have you been? So from there, we get, if I'm not mistaken here, backstage we had Candice LeRae talking about entering the Royal Rumble. Gargano's out with an injury.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's real or not. Storyline based. It looks real.
From what I heard, that it is a real injury. He sprained his AC tendon in his shoulder, or I think it's called it's AC or AL tendon in his shoulder, and they're looking on a house show in Toronto, and they're looking and hoping that
He makes it
the
back for
Royal
the
Rumble
Rumble.
is his return. Yeah.
I hope so too, man. I really do, because it would suck if you miss Gargano at the Rumble, right? So then Candice LeRae, she's interviewed. She's in the background you see Nikki Cross in the background lurking.
Yeah, and I think nobody on the live stream noticed that. I wanted to say something, but it was a conversation being had while it was going on.
She was lurking. She was creeping back in the scene. She was creeping and shit, right?
Yeah.
And then out came Rhea Ripley. They had a match, which they did. It was a fine match for what it was worth, but when it was all said and done, La Mommy got the win.
Mm-hmm.
The Mommy got the win, and everybody was happy. Everybody was fucking happy, man, with the Mommy
I was
getting.
happy too. The camera angles were A+ in that match.
Oh, it is real. He tweeted about it. Injuries are real. Okay, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Big Mike?
I said I was happy too. The camera angles were A+, top notch in this match.
Oh yeah.
On the Mommy side.
I'm sure I'm sure they were, Mike. I'm sure they were. You know what I mean? I'm sure when you were seeing that, Mike, you were basically saying to yourself,
I make myself comfortable in there. I'm throwing down a blanket. I'm having a picnic. I'm doing a little dance.
Whatever. I can't play that. For whatever reason, it's taking forever to load, but whatever. It is what it is.
Which one you want to play?
You hear me?
Yeah,
I make myself comfortable in there. I'm throwing down a blanket. I'm having a picnic. I'm doing a little dance.
I was going to say it played.
I didn't see it. On my end, I didn't see it.
Yeah, so you played it twice.
Bet. It is what it is. Fine. It's fine, man. Are they this generation's? What the fuck? Not again. I hear you. Good. Do you hear me? Okay. Are they this generation's? Are they this generation's of a lesser China and Eddie? I would say they are. But just that
because they're not a real. I mean, Eddie and China didn't get intimate on television, but they were still entertaining.
Yeah, they were.
It's like he got her a bouquet of flowers. He charmed her a little bit. He didn't charm her. Dominik's not charming. He's the beta male in this relationship.
Yes, but that's what she goes to, though.
Right.
She's basically, a buddy. That kind of. When she needs to add, when she.
Yeah, she's a real buddy to him.
Basically, real buddy, if you will, real buddy, real buddy. But where was I? Where were we here, Mike? Where were we here? So we get that. Rhea gets to win. Awesome. What else happened here on the show? That I'm probably missing over. That I'm probably, Oh yeah. We get the Miss TV. But before we get to Miss TV, backstage we had Bronson Reed. They had a video package for Bronson Reed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Bronson Reed was gonna talk, but then Miz interrupts him.
Mhm.
And again, Miz thinks that hey, he has a muscle in Bronson Reed, but Bronson wasn't having it. Like, no,
Mhm.
if you need me, you better pay me.
Right.
Basically, Bronson Reed is the hired gun. He is basically the hired gun. You know what, dude? If anything, give me Bronson Reed versus Solo Sikoa. Why not? The two big guys going at it. Give me that down the road. Like somewhere in the Royal Rumble, give me Bronson Reed versus Solo Sikoa. What do you think about that? Somewhere in this match, right? Something has to give. The enforcer versus the hired gun in Bronson. The enforcer in Solo Sikoa, the hired gun in Bronson Reed. Because you got to pay him. You got to fucking pay him. But again, guys, also while you're here in the chat, drop your questions down below and we'll answer them. We'll answer them. Big Mike, you're back. Thank you.
Yeah,
Everything
I'm here.
okay? Everything
Yeah,
okay, Big
everything's
Mike?
fine. Everything's fine.
I'm worried there, Big Mike. Oh man, is bathroom break already? Come on, man.
No.
Okay. But I was saying, Mike, with Bronson Reed, he's the hired gun, right? You got to pay him, right? And with Solo Sikoa, he's, the enforcer. I'm just saying, bro, the Royal Rumble,
Uh-huh.
give me Bronson Reed and Solo Sikoa, man.
Yeah.
Give me that, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, I would like to see that, especially I need to go back and watch a couple of his matches in New Japan and see how he worked in.
Jonah?
Yeah,
He worked pretty
Jonah.
good. He worked in
Yeah.
Impact also. There was a point where he worked in Impact Wrestling too.
Yeah, but it's a small difference in how he will work in Impact and in New Japan because if he can combine both of those styles, then him and Solo Sikoa could probably have a banger.
I hear you. But my bad, excuse my belch there for a second. So from there we get Miz TV. Miz TV with the Judgment Day. And our boy Dominik Mysterio, man, look at him. He gangsta lean now, yo.
Yeah, he Conan. He Conan.
He channeling his godfather. But yo, man, prison changed him, man. Talked about serving time, man. Time behind the G wall again.
Yeah. I mean, listening to the stories, it sounds so lame, but it was funny at the same time.
Yeah, it was. And early in the show, like he read a poem to Rhea Ripley, "Mommy, I need you. You're the one for me." All this stuff. Even though,
hmm
in reality,
He can't have it. Oh, he's getting married. Yeah.
he's getting married in real life. But still, I love the gimmick though. I love the act. Right.
Yeah.
I love all yeah. I find it hilarious. I don't know who it was. I think it was Miz who referenced that. Oh, you can't go hard when you're wearing off white. You're wearing an off white fucking flannel shirt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Which again, you wouldn't think Miz would be. Again, Miz is a fashionable guy, right? You see
Well,
him wearing the suit,
it's high fashion.
but
Off white. Rest in peace, Virgil. But
but
it's
yes,
all
rest in peace, Virgil. But you
designer.
you just wouldn't think Miz, but you would never envision Miz in an off white.
I would because it's all in that aligned fashion.
Yeah, but
Even though he's on the show wearing these high designer suits
that's
in
what I
his spare
envision him though.
time. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but outside of that, I'm pretty sure he well knows
You think
what off white
you think
is.
Miz had a pair of off white Jordans? You think you'll see him wearing
100%,
Givenchy Supreme?
100%, 100%.
You think you see him wearing what's a good collab? Supreme and Louis Vuitton. You think he's forking over the big bucks for the
Yeah,
kicks?
100%. I mean, he wears a
Yo,
Gucci suit to work.
yo,
That
imagine
suit's probably $5,000.
Imagine Miz's sneaker collection if he has one. Holy shit.
He probably has a decent rotation, but I wouldn't say he's a hardcore sneakerhead. But but yeah, I mean, 100%. You know, his type of fashion, he knows what off-white is. So.
And I did love as well. Safet says here, I love the snitches get stitches line.
Yeah, when they were trying to tell him, like, tell him some stories, he said, no, because snitches get stitches.
Yes. Dom is a true Vato Loco. And indeed he is, Jinda. Indeed he is a true Mero, bruh. He's on the gangsta lean, yo. He's on the gangsta lean. All he needs, yo, for real, yo, tomorrow, yo, next week, I need to see him riding a bike, yo. A lowrider bike, the homie
With some
bike, or
chucks.
with some Chuck. No, bro, he needs to do that, or if not, coming to lowrider, dude. If he's not driving a lowrider, oh, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, they said it on the live stream yesterday on the watch along. They was like, if he's not a low rider, they missed it. I think Caden said that, but somebody said that. But yeah, he still had the teardrop. It was
Word.
funny.
The toothpick.
Funny stuff.
He needs the gold. He needs the gold, like Cuban link chain. You know what I mean?
He did the prison stance when they take pictures in the entrance. It was perfect.
For real, yeah. Sorry, I've kind of out of the loop, but is the Chase Covington lawsuit over, homie?
As far as we know,
it's over, man. It's been over. Bit late to the party. You gotta come around more often, buddy. Gotta come around more often. Shit. So after that, we get the tag team turmoil match. We get it. We get the tag team turmoil match, and we start off with the Good Brothers versus the Judgment Day. And, the Good Brothers are back. Anderson, came back, did the job in Japan, and here he is doing the job here in America. Nothing has changed.
Welcome back to America. Yeah, welcome back to America, buddy.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back. You dropped that never open weight title, and real soon.
Now you're never winning over here.
Yeah, you're never winning over. No. You might reconsider getting another flight back to Japan, buddy, because I hope you left New Japan on good terms, man. I hope you still got Gato's number, man. I'm just saying. Better get Rocky on speed dial because buddy, it's gonna be a short run here, let me tell you. But yeah, the Judgment Day won this fall, right? And then after this, we get the Hurt Business. We get Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin.
Well,
and
they're not called the Hurt Business. They're just called Alexander and Benjamin. That's what they're called.
Alexander and Benjamin. Did they shorten the name? Did they remove Shelton and Cedric out of their names, or they're just,
Well, that's what they put in the nameplate, but they called them Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
I mean, they had a good showing for what it was worth. They had a good showing. And there's a lot of folks out there that were kind of upset that WWE didn't give Shelton Benjamin a proper, what's the word I'm looking for here?
A proper celebration for his 20th.
Yes. Instead, it was on Main Event, went off the air on Main Event. I get it. But I think Shelton was content with it. You know what I mean? He's not the kind of guy to, be bitter by anything.
No, and I mean they showed it. I think what they did in consolation, they showed it, and they had some people speak some kind words, and they put it in a video package and put it on all social medias, which was good.
I watched it. Yeah, I saw that.
I watched it too.
So there was that, and then they got eliminated.
Right.
Right. And somewhere in this match, Finn Balor hurt his leg. I think he kicked the referee, or the referee got involved or something like that.
I think so.
Yes.
I think you're right.
So he fucked up his leg, right? So Adam Pearce listen, either Dom takes over or you guys forfeit.
Oh, no. That was because when they were fighting Alpha Academy, Otis did the Vader bomb onto
both
Chad
Dom
Gable
and Finn
Balor, because Finn Balor kept him there so he can take less of the impact. But come to find out, that was a stupid decision because, as per quoted by Corey Graves, he had too much man on top of him.
Yes, too much man on top of him, man. Too much man on top of him. I mean, what can I say?
Skittles. I'm eating Skittles.
Yes. Yeah, too much man on it. I can't. You lucky I can't find a good video clip for that. Not that it matters, you know what I mean. But
I think I can find one. Hold on, let me see. I think I can find one.
we should. You probably find one. He had too much manpower on him. Too much man on him, right? So so then Adam Pearce comes out. He's like, listen, either you, Dominik, right, takes over the match, or they forfeit, and they weren't having it. They didn't want to forfeit, and they didn't want to put Dominik in the match.
Right, Dominik didn't want to go.
He didn't want to go, but he had no choice but to go. He had no choice.
Yeah, he didn't want to go because he knew who he had to face. It was the Street Profits.
And it's funny because also in this whole thing, right? You see Kevin Patrick, like they're punking him. They're punking Kevin Patrick on commentary.
Because he's not.
You don't think? Listen, I don't hate the guy. I give him credit. He's trying. I know there's a lot of folks out there that want to shit on him because, oh, he's terrible. He's the worst. Must I remind you guys of Avnon Veer? Agnon, remember the guy from the Thunderdome era? They were there for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that guy was terrible.
Must I remind you of him? If I butchered his name, I apologize.
He's nowhere near to where he is.
Did I say the
he's
name
okay.
Right? Did I say the name right?
It's along the lines. I mean, I'm not gonna correct the name because of a guy that was terrible on commentary. But that's the thing. I mean, he is okay. My only thing is that he is very bland.
There you go. Thank you, Palou.
Yeah.
Adnan Verk. Must I remind you guys of Adnan Verk? Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Just saying.
It's just when the high spots hit, you want something that's going to impact your ears. When he does it, it's like, oh, he's off the top rope.
Like I'll be
that
honest,
doesn't impact my ears.
Is he a good play-by-play guy? No, he's not Excalibur here. Okay.
No.
You know what I mean? At least Excalibur knows the move. He'll give some shitty name. You know what I mean? But for what it's worth, I give him prop for at least, trying his best. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying he's, the best choice for the job, but he's going out there and trying his hardest. I'll give him that.
Yeah. I mean, that's just my only problem with him. It's just that he doesn't, when the high spots hit, it's just not a big impact on my ears.
Fair enough. So we get the Street Profits.
Mm-hmm.
They come out and they go at it back and forth. It's probably when the match really kicked up, right? And they're acknowledging how, the Judgment Day were going at it now for almost an hour in this match, right? It feels like WWE is trying to steal New Japan wrestlers leading off with Jay White. I don't know about that because Jay White supposedly still scheduled to appear during WrestleMania weekend for New Japan, to my understanding.
Yeah, I mean, but his contract is up soon, and he is coming to America. No pun intended.
You got to remember, he lives in America. He lives in the States.
Where does he live? In Florida?
He lives in Florida, yeah.
Oh, well, there's a lot of competition in Florida.
But remember, though, he does. You got to remember this, too. Jonah, Jay White, Kenta. I think Ospreay has like a property in Florida. He has property in the States, right? But a lot of these guys, they do live in the States. Just factor that in.
So that whole thing, I have no interest in wrestling in America from Ospreay is just a work, just to keep everybody on his toes.
What do you think? Who, Ospreay?
Yeah.
Now, I think Ospreay just we'll get into that in a little bit, but fuck it, we'll get into it right now. Fuck it. I think he is passionate about wrestling in Europe and Japan. Like, he wants to be the guy for New Japan. He wants to be the guy. He wants to show commitment. And I think that's admirable. I can respect that, and also, put his mark there for as a Brit
Mm-hmm.
doing it in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Think about it. Junior heavyweight champion, multiple time best of Super Juniors. He won the New Japan Cup, won the world title, never open weight champion, right? Headline
Mm-hmm.
Tokyo Dome, headline the G1 finals and all that. So he has a resume for himself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but he's also doing big for Rev Pro in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
So I think for him, he just wants to be the guy, that top
Yeah.
gaijin, foreign guy in Japan. And I can respect that. Should the day ever come, so be it. You know? And for Jay White, I think it's mostly the fact that, hey, he lives in America.
Yeah.
So there's that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, they're going back and forth. Street Profits and Dominik and Damian Priest, and you kind of had this idea that Street Profits were gonna win, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it was all said and done, Dominik fucking put his foot on the ropes,
Yeah.
and I think he pinned Montez Ford.
Yes, that was my test for it.
He pinned him, right? And the
Uh-huh.
Judgment Day got the win. They won it. They won it all. When it was all said and done, it was over. And then you had that face off. You had that confrontation between the Judgment Day and the Bloodline to close the show.
Now, this is where I say Raw security needs to be fired. You had the Usos show up not once, not twice, but 3 times.
3 times, bro. 3 fucking times, man.
The first time he said, "You better not show up again because you're banned." They show up after Solo Sikoa's match to celebrate. And then they show up again to face off with the Judgment Day. What is that? What is that?
I have no clue, man. Here's what I do know, though. Here's what I do know. We have a hell of a match down the road.
Oh, yeah. That's happening next week.
It's happening next week, yeah. Happening next
Because it's
week.
the anniversary show, right?
Yeah, it is. The anniversary show. Is it really the anniversary show?
Yeah, 30 years of Raw.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, 30 years of Raw in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a banger. So here's the updated list for the Rumble participants, right? You have from SmackDown, Kofi Kingston, Santos Escobar, Ricochet. From Monday Night Raw, Austin Theory, Seth freaking Rollins, and Bobby Lashley. For the women's side, you have Liv Morgan from SmackDown, and you have Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley. Here's what I don't understand. Why is it on SmackDown you gotta do qualifying match, but on Raw, you announce yourself and you're in. You just show up and you're in.
Yeah, that's what I hate about that. It's like, what somebody should come out and talk about that. Be like, why on Raw they can just show up and we have to work? Let's just show up to the match. Huh?
Absolutely, absolutely, man. But that was basically Raw. Again, Raw for what it was worth. It wasn't a bad show. I thought it was. Again, there was so much going on. But again, I really wasn't focused on Raw because I was busy editing the audio for Steve's Kitchen, which is again up on the audio platform like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Listen, guys, I don't ask for much, but if you have Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please follow us there too, Around the Point Network.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the 5-star rating. It does help out the podcast in the long run. All right? It does help out the show. Yes. Seriously, in so many ways. It gives more people to view it. It gives more people that ability to listen. You can even, chat in all that stuff too. And again, we're trying to. Oh shit! Oh, whoa. I thought I'll do some bullshit right now. I thought I was fucking around. I thought I was fucking around. But if you guys have questions for us, feel free to drop in your questions. We'll answer some quick questions, if you will, because why not? Also, while you're at it, if you're on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. If you're on Twitch, please hit the follow button there too.
Please.
I think Osprey has mentioned his struggles with anxiety. So if you see what happens, he's an outsider. I understand his hesitation. Yeah, he does struggle with anxiety and depression. So it's the thing. Maybe he fears what can happen to him, and I get that, and I understand, man. For a lot of guys, it's not about just wrestling in the States full time. I can respect that.
Yeah, I
There's nothing
mean,
wrong.
but hey, I
If he wants,
commend him for talking about it. But I mean,
if he
hey
wants to
man,
make the
you
big bucks,
wrestle not even that. You play a dangerous game when you wrestling anyway. I mean, you can seal your fate elsewhere easily because there's really not much to grab upon. But when you're in a big time place like WWE, it's hard to fall in the shuffle or get lost in the shuffle, and that can hurt some people's mental. So I get it, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you got to take that risk.
I think he will eventually. I think
Yeah.
eventually he will. I think eventually, when the time is right, you
Hmm.
know. So
Hmm.
we'll see how that goes down. We'll see how all that plays out and all that shit. But also, guys, just to give you guys a heads up, we'll be back live tomorrow for Let's Talk NXT.
Yes.
NXT is tonight. NXT is tonight. Uh, and they have a loaded card, dude, for New Year's Evil. They have a loaded card. They have Pretty Deadly in a gauntlet match for a chance at the NXT Tag Team Championship. You have Tony
Yep.
D'Angelo, who defends his family honor against Dijak. You have the
Hmm.
20 women battle royal to determine the number one contender for Roxanne Perez's NXT Women's Championship at Vengeance Day. And you
Hmm.
have the main event. You have Grayson Waller getting a shot at the NXT Championship against champion Braun Breaker.
Yeah. Yeah. Really,
So,
really good
homie,
show.
you looking at and of course, you also have, and I mentioned this as well, you have the Creed brothers battling in the Sheer
Hmm.
as well. So you have a banger of a show this today.
Banger.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm not gonna say it's gonna blow your hair back, but you do have a good show. And
Yes.
then tomorrow, oh buddy, is that Dynamite, man? AEW
Yeah.
Dynamite?
What we have been waiting for,
Possibly.
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 I
We
mean, we've
don't
been waiting for most of it.
exactly. I'm reading the comments here as well. Raw was a mid show that had some good things on it, but people saying it was terrible. I think we should forget how bad the Vince era really was. I agree. Not every Raw is going to be a home run. Understand that. However, as we get close to the Rumble, come on, we got to get the ball rolling. You
Hmm.
know, remember we're about to be on the road to WrestleMania, and that's the time where you, as a fan, want to be excited. That's the time as a fan you just can't wait, man. You want to have those like next day conversations going and shit,
Hmm.
which I think people sometimes forget. That's the point of these, like, as we get close to the road to WrestleMania. You know,
Hmm. What if you had to
make an early
put a
prediction. Who wins
letter
the Rumble?
grade? No, if you had to put a letter grade and a out of 10 on this show, what would you do?
Out of 10, I would give it a 7.2.
Okay.
And I'd probably give the show a C.
Out of 10, I would do a 6.1 and I would give it a C minus.
Okay, fair enough. C minus, 6.1, C minus. Uh, by the way, Triple H is keeping the rest of the entries as a surprise, which I think he should have some. But I think at the same time, if you're gonna have certain folks, you can have certain folks compete in qualifying matches, and people just come. It makes no fucking sense, you know.
Hmm.
Palu writes here, I give Raw a 5,
Okay.
which is respectable. Again, there's a lot of things going on yesterday. There was was it the national championship game? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
College
national
playoff,
championship.
national championship game. Yep.
You had Georgia versus TCU, and TCU got destroyed, dude. They got I didn't watch the entire game because I saw TCU score their touchdown. I'm like, all right, great. You know what I mean? And then I see in the group chat, you guys are talking, yo, they're shit in the bed. This is terrible. This would have never happened with Bama. This would have never happened with Michigan State. This is crazy.
Michigan, not Michigan State, Michigan.
But it happened with Michigan, right?
Yes. Yeah, which is true. Yeah. I mean, this was probably shout out to Georgia for handling business, but
Bro,
this was the worst.
They were eating wings in between the game. They were eating fucking wings, dude.
Yeah, this was single-handedly the worst national championship game in college football history. The worst one. Not because Georgia was dominated, it's because TCU didn't show up. That's why.
Was it their first time on the big stage?
TCU,
that is. TCU.
I mean, in this era of college playoff, yes, but in the past, no.
You seen UGA eating wings and playing with the Quavo on sidelines? Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard.
Yeah.
Are you all reviewing the New Japan shows coming up? We probably can. If we do,
probably the Valley show, the
New Beginning show. The New Beginning show. We probably again anything New Beginning in the Valley show. Understand this, because the Valley show is on the same day as Chamber. It'll be very dicey.
I'm gonna be watching both.
I'll watch both. We'll review both on Steve's Kitchen.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a long.
But as far as like,
New Beginning, we'll just watch the main matches. We're not
right.
Don't expect us to sit here and review these tag team matches that make no sense just to put people on the show.
Right.
We'll review the title matches and just the big main matches. That's it. Just expect that when it comes to New Japan from us.
All right.
All right. So there's that. Okay. Just giving you all the heads up here. Okay.
But as far as like New Japan shows in the future, like don't expect us to like do every single match in the G1 in the summer.
No. To be surprised, dude. No. Here's the thing with the G1. Here's the thing. Just every G1, there's always like 3 matches on the show. We'll just review the 3 matches. That's it. I'm not gonna ask you to watch the entire like episode of the. You know what I'm saying? So like for example, during like the New Japan Cup, we'll just review the tournament matches. I'm not gonna have you sit there and watch every single thing.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, to be fair.
Yeah. All right. Well, that clears that up then. So yeah, we'll be doing some New Japan on the show.
You know what I mean? There's that, there's that. And again, if you guys want to see like full in-depth New Japan review, check out our brothers at True Heel Heat.
Oh yeah.
J News, SP3, they got you. If you want full in-depth New Japan, you know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Just to give you guys to give you also a heads up, this coming Friday Around the Point will be live early, 5:30 p.m. because we'll be joining our brothers over at True Heel Heat for their Friday Night Warriors to watch SmackDown and Impact Wrestling's Hard to Kill.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll review Hard to Kill on Steve's Kitchen on Monday. And during this Thursday, we'll also announce the first pay-per-view that we'll be watching for the Throwback.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give you guys also the heads up. So again, it's a lot of things to tune into here on the Around the Point Network. All right. So again, guys, if you are new here, hit the subscribe button down below. All the show that you can get. You get Steve's Kitchen on Monday, Raw Rundown on Tuesday. Tomorrow, Let's Talk NXT at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thursday, we get Sad, Something About Dynamite at 4 o'clock. Once a month, you get the Throwback. And then Friday, you get the flagship show, Around the Point, with the entire gang. Available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, that being Around the Point and Steve's Kitchen. But all these other shows, you get them on YouTube and Twitch live. To give you guys the heads up. Tell your friend, tell your homies, whatever the hell it may be, your loan sharks, the lunch lady, the maintenance guy at your job. You know what I mean? So yeah, yesterday we went live for Steve's Kitchen where we talked about, Mercedes money, how New Japan is loving that money. All right. But there's that. Mike, anything you want to add before we put a bow on this, bro?
No, not really.
Let me see. Is there any breaking news? Let me check the dirt sheets real quick. Let me check the dirt sheets.
Thanks, Dolores. Really appreciate you guys. Honestly, I would like to say that too. Thanks to everybody coming into the live chat and watching the show.
There you go. Now you can say it. They can see.
Yeah. Thanks for everybody for coming in the live chat, and watching the show. Really appreciate it. We can't grow without you guys.
Exactly. Oh, look at this. Ooh. Look at this. Little big breaking news here. So shareholders are considering a lawsuit in response to Vince McMahon's return.
Yeah, because he probably isn't going to pay back the fees. He's probably not going to pay the fees because in the letter that they told him, they was like, okay, if you're going to come back, at least pay us the money back from when, we took you to court.
And speaking of New Japan, there's a signing to WWE, Mike.
Yeah.
Yes, so former NJP star Carl Fredericks signs with WWE.
Who's Carl Fredericks?
He wrestled on the New Japan Strong.
Okay.
According to Mike Johnson, a PW Insider, Carl Fredericks has signed with the company and started at the Performance Center this week. So there's that, man. Good for him. So there's that too. All right.
Good.
Yes, sounds good for him. But again, guys, we'll be tweeting. Me and Mike will be tweeting during NXT tonight. We'll be tweeting during NXT tonight. I'm gonna take a nap because I literally came out of the gym like 2 hours ago. Took a shower. I'm on the chair. I was adjusting the microphone, all that stuff. But we'll be back live later. We'll be back live tomorrow, of course. I almost said later on tonight for whatever reason. I almost said later on tonight, but we're not. We'll be back live
later on tonight.
You won't be. I won't be either. I'm sure I'll be in bed, We'll be back tomorrow for Let's Talk NXT. We'll be reviewing everything about New Year's Evil, the good, the bad, the ugly. All right. At 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Just to give you guys the heads up on that one. All right. But Big Mike, let them know where can they find you? All that fun stuff, man. Let them know.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Detroit Gamer 313. I'm here all the time, every day on the Around the Point Network. Also, you can find me sometimes on True Hill Heat, being on the watch-alongs with them, and on True Hill Heat Sports, being on the sports watch-alongs.
Is Andrade gone? I don't know. Is he really gone?
Yeah, not sure about that. Hopefully he is, so he can come back to where his wife is.
Is there a report on that though? Is there a report?
I don't know. We should check that. Check that real quick before we get off.
Andrade El Idolo. Let's see here. Is he really gone? I don't think he is, to be honest with you. Oh, he cryptically says bye. So he posted a cryptic tweet saying bye. See here. Andrade has been missing. Okay, taking the Twitter. Andrade posted a photo of a black mask, which he wore during his entrance before AEW matches, in a bag along with a brief message, bye. I mean, if he's gone, he's gone, at this point. I heard about that. He tweeted bye. I mean, let me check his Twitter. Let me check his Twitter. Hopefully it's not going to be blocked. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, he did. Bye. So there's that. Anyway, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. We'll be tweeting again. Myself and Big Mike will be tweeting throughout NXT tonight. We'll be live tomorrow for Let's Talk NXT. We'll be live Thursday for SAD, Something About Dynamite. Friday is the flagship show Around the Point. And on Thursday, we'll be announcing everything about the first episode of the Throwback that'll be up next week. All right. So again, guys,
Yes.
if you are new to the Around the Point Network, hit the subscribe button down below. If you're on Twitch, hit the follow button. If you are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, follow us there too. Around the Point and Steve's Kitchen are available on audio platforms over there as well. Give us the 5-star rating if you have Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It does help out everything about this in the long run. Okay. So that being said, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight, for this afternoon. I don't know why I'm saying tonight, but this afternoon. For myself, for Big Mike, and for all of you who tuned in the chat, all that stuff, we thank you guys. This has been the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network. Thank you guys. Have a good afternoon. Have a good day. Enjoy NXT. And we outie. Peace out. The Raw Rundown. The Raw Rundown. The Raw Rundown. Boom, 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 boom,
Oh my
boom, boom.
God.
I know we gotta come out with that outro intro. All right. Peace out, everybody.